Now, somebody that's not flying are crafting with the Katies, but they are flying on over to us because it's Tuesday and they're going to inspire us with some of their crafty crafts.
They are putting their fiber arts skills to the test, making a crochet pumpkin for the fall season. Katies, take it away.
Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome back to Crafting with the Katies. This week we are going to be making crochet pumpkins. I feel like this is a great way to kind of go into fall, stay with a little Halloween, but we're moving on to November, sadly, into Thanksgiving.
And I've seen these, in stores for like 20 bucks.
Yes.
So you can definitely, DIY some if you already have yarn at home.
Yeah.
And you're going to be teaching us how to crochet. So
Yes.
if you don't know how to crochet, we're going to make it as easy as possible.
All right, let's get started.
If you already know how to crochet, this next project is going to be easy. You'll need 2 types of yarn. The first one is whatever color you want your pumpkin to be. We both chose orange.
Twine is a perfect material for the stem.
We also need a crochet needle that goes with the size of your yarn.
We used size I.
We also have scissors and a blunt needle to sew up your pumpkin.
Last but not least, we need stuffing. We bought ours from the craft store, but an old pillow works too.
We're going to start our yarn off with a slip knot.
So you're just gonna loop this around like this and then pull through to make a knot. This is gonna be your starting point.
Now we're going to chain 17. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now crochet 10 more loops. 1 extra for the turnaround.
All of these little knots that you made, these are now gonna be your anchor points to build off. So we're gonna crochet this way into like a tube.
Now that we have our 17 lined up here, we're going to go back through the holes with a single stitch. We're going to take our hook and stick it into the last hole. We're going to loop around once, pull through 1. Loop around again, pull through 2. This is a single stitch. So now we're going to go back into the next hole and repeat the process all over again. Wrap this around, pull through the first one, wrap it around again, and pull through the 2. Now on to the next hole. We'll use the same stitch another 15 times to finish out this row. Once we've completed our first row, we're going to add an extra stitch. This helps us turn around and start crocheting our next row without dropping a stitch. We're going to go into this V up through the top and start our second row.
By using this technique, we get a bumpy effect. This helps it look more like a pumpkin. We're going back and forth 33 times to get the desired size that we want.
For a quick crocheter, this takes about 30 minutes.
We finished up that row, now to count.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, and the one at the bottom. We have our 33 rows.
We finished up our stitches. We'll be back to wrap up our pumpkins after the break.
Now that we're done, slip your needle off and make the loop bigger. The way I secure this is to put the ball through the hoop and pull it into a knot. We need to have extra tail so we can stitch up the sides and make this rectangle into a cylinder.
Fold your rectangle in half and start sewing the ends together.
Now we have a cylinder. What we're gonna do is weave through here and pull it together to cinch it for the bottom. All right, so we've got this. Then I'm just gonna sew back and forth a little bit to kind of just keep this together. So we're done stitching our tube into what looks like a little hat. We've got our string at the end. We're gonna stuff this with some stuffing, pillow stuffing or whatever you have available, and then get this into a ball so that we can add our stems. I like to leave the little tail out, so then that can be like our tie.
Stuff your pumpkin as little or as much as you want. After your pumpkin is stuffed to your liking, we're going to grab our needle and use the tail to finish up our pumpkin. Weave all around the top, then cinch it together.
So then we're gonna crisscross it a couple of times.
I went back and forth a couple of times to make sure there wasn't any big holes left.
Tie up both of your tails to secure your pumpkin.
I'm just gonna clip these two. Don't clip them all the way down, and then I just stick my crochet in here and kind of just hide them inside the stuffing. Just like that. So we're done with the base of our pumpkin. Now we're gonna get some twine and just quick stitch up the stem.
We're using twine to make it look more like a pumpkin stem. We're gonna do 10 stitches out and then just a single stitch up.
Stitch the stem's tail through the pumpkin, down through the top, and back up. Use the ends to tie together to secure your stem.
We're all done with our pumpkins. This took us about an hour, I would say. The crocheting part of it took the longest part, but once you have your shell, then you're basically just stuffing and putting together a stem.
And you can do different sizes.
Yes.
Too, so you're not.
These are all just guesstimates. I just thought, hey, let's do 50 across and see how long and how big I can do it. So that's how most of these pumpkins came to their size. But what we did for these ones, we did 17 across, 33 around, and then for the stem, we just did 10 across and 1 up.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.
It's so much faster when you speed it up on the GoPro.
Yes.
But you guys made these in all different sizes, all different
Yes.
shapes, lots of creativity.
Yeah, I mean, I like to do this while I'm watching TV at home. So during the colder months, I just make pumpkins and then wait until Halloween. Like everyone else, right?
And kind of as we take another look at some of the video of you guys working, Katie, I was going to say Katie B. You're both Katie B.
We are both Katie B,
Boyer.
yes.
You were saying this is something you do at deer camp. So for any of you ladies that are at deer
Yes.
camp and maybe want to spend some time out in the blinds, you can crochet in a hunting blind.
It's very quiet. I did it once before. We didn't see any deer, but I don't think that was my fault. It was not due to me being loud, okay? You can do it while you're outside in the deer blind. Why not?
Yeah, and this is just a fun little, if you don't know how to crochet, definitely something good to start off with. A good project to start off with.
And if you're not a crocheter, or maybe an advanced crocheter, this is something maybe to pass down that tradition of crocheting too.
Yeah, it's really easy to do, and it's something pretty simple that anyone can do.
Simple, easy fall activity. Love it. Thanks, Katie's.